showtime. Yeah. Yeah.
I did it all. I drove tractor trailers, and I picked cotton, plowed mules, and I've sung in church, and now I sing the blues.
Yeah. Let's get together before he go back to Arkansas. Let's give a round of applause, y'all, for Brother Jimmy McPherson.
Just a hop, a skip, and a jump. When I get to the country, build me a house and fence. Take my little girl, they won't pay. I was born in a place called Helena, Arkansas. Skip and a jump, Arkansas, here come. Well, my dad, he raised cotton and corn. He'd grow everything that we had to eat, hogs and all the meat. We'd go fishing and catch the chickens and stuff, and very little food we had to buy because when we was kids, we used to eat good. The one thing I will always remember was my mother and dad, they was religious, and they insisted on us going to church. In fact, we had a choir between the kids. It was called the McCracklin Singers. When I get to the country, we sang religion songs, me and my sisters and brothers, and we use our hands for drums, you know. We used to be beautiful, man. We would sing, and people would get excited in the church and clap their hands. That's what I said. That was our music, our hand, and patting our feet. That's the way we did it. This old scrapbook, I'll try to save all this old stuff. I got so much stuff in here, I don't even keep up with it. This scrapbook is about 2 feet deep, at least 2 feet. Oh boy, I look at these things sometime. You know, I don't keep up with them too much. You'd be surprised the stuff that I got in here. The people that friends of mine's passed away are. The guy right here called Robert Kelton. He was my old-time guitar player, and this is Big Joe Turner. All of these people just work with me. I've been had a blues feeling all my life, and I used to sing religion songs, so I just wanted the people to hear me how I felt about it, so I started writing the blues. During the 50s is when I really got started. I got with a company called Globe Records. We made a couple of little songs with them, and I still wasn't ready for it, but I thought I was. Then we go from Globe to Swing Time, and then we go from Swing Time, I think I went to Modern Music. B.B. King was right there too, you know. From Modern Music, then I jumped up to I might have been Imperial Stax and stuff like that, you know.
I started reeling, and we rocked till the break of dawn.
And I'm up here in Jackson, California, to visit my old friend BB, and I'll be glad to see him, and I'm sure that he'll be glad to see me, because we come from a long ways down, man, and it took quite a while to get there.
Give it to me. I'm fussing at the man. Can we turn off the music, too? Damn, we ain't got started yet.
I can't believe it, BB. I don't believe it, man.
Yeah, that's me. Sit down and tell me about it. I would say that Jimmy McCracklin is one of the best writers and one of the great musicians, and he's a dear friend. He's been around in show business longer than he and I would care to mention, but he's a great, great, great person, and he wrote songs for many people. I believe at one time it was 3 great writers, 3. One was Curtis Mayfield, another one was Percy Mayfield, and the other one was this gentleman right here, Jimmy McCracklin. And now Curtis is gone, Percy's gone, so it's on him. And I would say to anybody that's wanting to hear good songs, listen to him, because he plays good and he sings good and writes better.
Well, the first big hit was The Walk. I think that record come out in 59 or 58. I was in Chicago. I had a little group together. We was behind Percy Mayfield, I believe, accomplishing him. And while I was in Chicago, I used to play at a club, and there was 2 people dancing in the club. And they'd be back at the bandstand from their place that we was playing at. And they was together, they'd do a dance, they'd walk off from the bandstand to the front door. I said, I'm gonna make a song called The Walk. That's the way I come up with The Walk. And I hung around Chicago a week trying to get someone to take it. Nobody would take it, so I finally went to Chess 3 or 4 times, and I was bugging the man, so he said, leave it here, I'll listen to it. So that's what I did.
Well, I know you heard of Susan Q, and I know you heard of the chicken too. I know you heard of the cha-cha-choo, but the walk is a dance that you can do. You just walk.
3 or 4 weeks later,
You just walk.
I heard on the radio it was blasting, The Walk.
Oh, you walk. Yes, you walk.
Dick Clark got in touch with the record company and told him he wanted Jimmy McCracklin on his show. So that's where I wound up on the American Bandstand through the record company. It's been covered about between 18 and 20 times. Rufus Thomas, he recorded The Walk, and the Beatles, they put The Walk, they recorded The Walk.
Yeah, you walk. Then you walk. Oh, you walk.
The Walk is what kicked me in, and after that I come up with the blues called Think, I Just Got to Know, My Answer, You're the One, and I have over 300 and some songs that I wrote in my lifetime, and I try to write true things in life, you know. I wrote The Thriller's Gone BB, and I took Roy to the studio. I recorded Roy, paid the band, paid the studio.
And sent you home.
And
That's kind
a few
of
years later, Roy passed away.
Yeah.
And you know, I lost the song on because I didn't have knowledge and to know how to protect. At the time, we gave it to a guy. He go to Los Angeles. He gave it to the Bahia Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't register it. But the guy
yes, they did. They registered.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Not
they
for
didn't.
you.
I was raised and born in the country, but I left at the age of 10. I came to Richmond first. I later lived in Oakland for a while, but I've always supposed to live in Richmond. I believe Richmond was the biggest place for nightclubs, for blues, and Oakland was. I once thought city life. Yes, I owned a club. I owned 2 clubs in Richmond, in fact. I owned one called McCracklin's Club. The original name was called Brown Derby. Then I owned one called the Savoy. Well, this is the old Savoy Club, 317 Chesley, But now they have turned it into a church. And it looks good. The bandstand was always what be to the back, to the right. And the bar was right across the front part, just as you walk in to your left. And just as you walk in on the left was that big bartender I was telling you about, throw you out in case you start something. I made a recording as of honor to it, called Savoy Jump, because we used to jump in here. Well, it says Richmond, California is a great little town, and I live there, and Jack, I gets around. So if you ever go there and want to jump for joy, I'll tell you where to go, and that's the Club Savoy.
Now when you walk in, if you look around, you'll see Big Bar. Tell me about
The blues at that time was greater. It's not like what it is out there now. It ain't no blues like it used to be. Oh God, I don't know. Bunch of clubs. Everywhere you look around, you could find a club. They was playing the blues in them. A lot of people don't understand blues and jazz and all that stuff come from the church, believe it or not. The church is what I would call the foundation, of course. Blues and whatever you put into music is nothing but a feeling. What I feel, I gotta make you feel it. This is the way I see life. And if you don't feel it and I don't feel it, I ain't doing nothing but just making noise. There's no West Coast blues, no Arkansas blues, no Southern blues. Blues is a feeling. When you've been mistreated, you're not the only one. There's someone else in the world have been mistreated, and they've been mistreated. That's the blues. It's all in your feeling. And the feeling is a true part of life. That's what it's all about. Richmond, California, great little town. And I live there, Jack, I gets around. If you ever go there and you wanna jump for joy, I'll tell you where to go, and that's the Club Savoy.
There's just something about the way he plays the piano, the way he sings, but the way he writes. I mean, he's just one of my favorite songwriters.
If you look around, you see a big bartender about 200 pounds. I hope everybody happy.